'Cause I'm done cleaning up your mess. Found myself in my regrets. I've become a little stronger now. 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 You cashed in on my promises. You know I'm too generous. Now I've learned to never help you out. 'Cause I'm done cleaning up your mess. Found myself in my regrets. I've become a little stronger now. A little stronger now. Casting on my promises. You know I'm too generous. Now I've learned to never help you out. 'Cause I'm done cleaning up your mess. Found myself in my regret. I've become a little stronger now. A little stronger now.
Open eye, feel the waves cut through me. Hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make me move. Can make me move. Can make me can make me.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways. And on
it's ingrained in my head, and I start to see. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Honey, I'm a, yeah.
I'm on my own, broken and alone. I feel the rain crashing down all around this empty town. I'm searching for the lost and found, but you don't care, you're unaware. Keep moving like the scars aren't even there. It's in the air like a blazing flare. Don't stare 'cause the flames will burn us. I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. I used to kiss your head when you cried for me. Hold your hand while the pain was over. Keep you warm by the roaring sea. You meant the world to me. Like shadows in the atmosphere, charting the stratosphere. Yeah. I prayed for you and kept you near, in hopes you'd chase away my fears. I'm on my own, you made it so, and now I'm chasing nightmares through. I used to run with you through the great big leaves, laugh at you when you laugh at me. Hope for us because I believe the home was just you and me. I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me.
Got me reaching out. And do you see you got me falling in more times than I can get out. Down in the deep of my mind, I call for you and you're always inside. Down in the deep of my mind, how long do I got to keep you, to keep you? Down in the deep of my mind, I call for you and you're always inside. Down in the deep of my mind, trying so hard not to keep you, to keep you.
So hi, welcome to Sundays. It is week 2. So we are going into week 2, some strong feelings in terms of getting stuff done, what have you. Just came back myself, so you guys may have had a few drinks on the weekend, I've heard from a few of you. I really just want to emphasize that you have to take care of your body, so making sure you have water available, even though this is a gentle exercise. Making sure that you're hydrated, especially those in hot climates. We're going to be doing some easy stretches today, some not so easy things for some people who may have never done yoga. So I've kind of gone through all of the yoga that I know and picked out individual things that some people may be able to do a lot easier than others, but still be a challenge, but still be gentle for those who are trying to just get over that little bit of the hangover. It is more aimed towards VR as well, so I've tried my best to pick poses that aren't going to be too hard for you if you are coming into the VR space and trying it in VR. Below me, I've got a yoga mat, and mine's pretty squishy. It's like a foam core one. You can pick up pretty cheap ones, as we discussed last Thursday. But if you don't have one, just grab a beach towel, a towel of some sort, and come and join in. So we're going to start it off pretty easy. And we're going to sit in a cross-leg position with one foot over the other, like so. It may look also a little bit weird for me, considering I don't have all of my full body pieces on. I don't have my thigh tracker or my back tracker on, and this is due to the fact of a few moves that we are going to do. If you are, however, wearing a chest tracker, I would suggest you just be aware that it may be a little bit uncomfortable with having one on, but it is slightly doable. It's just really uncomfortable and you will lose tracking. All right, so we got our legs crossed over one another, and we're going to put both hands behind us on the ground, and we're just going to push our chest up. And as we push our chest up, we are going to breathe in, and we're going to breathe out as we just roll around, roll our shoulders around in that pose. Breathe in. And breathe out, bringing ourselves back down and crunching forward. So again, breathe in, push out and arch our backs back. Holding that, and then breathing out, pushing it back in and curling in on ourselves. We're going to do this a few times. And this is just an easy way of starting off stretching our backs, back arched, and forward facing. Rolling ourselves in. Think about all of those stresses that you may have had last week, and we're exhaling them as we roll them in with a relaxed pose. In we go, and out we go. And again. And back in. Now we're going to bring our arms forward, and we are going to stretch in this position forward, breathing out as we stretch out. And as we stretch back in, we breathe in. So we're bringing all that positive energy, and we're forcing it out as we breathe out. Breathe in. And expel that bad energy out. Breathing in again. And breathing out. And we're just pushing all that negativity out. And we're going to hold in. And we're going to push it out again. Now climbing ourselves backwards hands back, and we're just going to roll our shoulders out. So we're going back to the original pose, and we're going to roll our shoulders out and then in. We're not bringing our chest, we are just rolling our shoulders backwards and forth in time with our breaths. So in and out. In and out. In and out. So we're rolling our shoulders. It may not look like it on the stream, but we're just rolling them backwards and forth. Not moving your chest, we're just using our shoulders. And now bring our arms up. And hands together. Bring them down. And hold. You can still breathe like normal, but we're just going to breathe in and out slowly. So we're just holding this pose and we're breathing in and out. Pushing away all of that yuck from last week, and we're just going to bring in all the positive vibes for this week. All right, bringing our arms up again and out. We're going to bring our arms like this, hold it into this position, and we're just going to push our chest forward and push it back out, holding our arms up like this. Forward and back, just slightly. Okay, now we're going to move our legs out. And as we do this, we're going to put our feet together and we're just going to push slightly down on our knees. I'm just going to hold that pose. And now we crawl forward, our hands on our feet. And we're just going to hold it like that. Think about all the stuff you don't need to do this week that you did last week, all the accomplishments that you may have had last week. And bringing all the positive parts of last week into this week and keeping ourselves present. Alright, pulling back, and we're going to go back to pushing on our knees again. And just pushing down. Holding it there. Deep breaths, even breaths throughout this entire thing. And crawling back forward and holding onto our feet again. And going back up to our knees, we're going to do one more of these. And then we're going to be moving on to laying on our backs. So pushing down on your knees. Getting rid of all that tension. And then holding onto our feet again. Pulling ourselves in. And then pulling ourselves back up. Now, for some, if you haven't done any sort of back on being on your back before, just be aware that it may be uncomfortable the first time you've done this. So we're going to put ourselves into a position on our sides. Just making sure I'm lined up with the camera. Looks like I did get everything lined up properly. All right, so If you haven't done this before, what I want you to do is put a towel, a little bit more of a towel behind your head or something like that, just if it's uncomfortable. Some people may be uncomfortable when they lay on their backs, and it will get better with time. So we're going to lay down on our mat, flat on our mat, and we're going to put our feet down to start off with. Now, what we're going to do here is we're just going to slightly arch up and lift our shoulders and push it down. So we're going to go again. We're going to do this a few times. As you're going up, you're going to breathe out, and then you're going to breathe in as you come down. All right, so we're going to put our hands down. We're just going to pop with our elbows and pop our chest up. And then back down. And the reason why we're doing this is just so that way we're getting rid of all that tension in our shoulders and in our trap area. So again. And up and down. Now we're going to pull our legs up. That way we're knees slightly apart, and we're just going to roll them back and forth like so. We're doing this slightly. We're just twisting our hips. Our whole back is on the ground, while our hips are slightly moving left and right. Nice roll of the hips. Releasing all maybe those knots you may have in your back. So doing this, spinning, returning our spine slightly as we do so. Just focus on your breathing as well. Breathing in and out, just softly, releasing all of that tension. All right, now as we go down again, we're just going to hold it there. We're going to hold, 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 and then release again. And we're going to go the other side and just hold it. Hold, 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 and release again. Now, keeping our legs similarly part forward. So, like this. Just going to pop my hands down off my controllers to do this. So, we're just going to push up on our hands slightly, and we're just going to lift our butt up a little bit and just hold it. So we're using our slightly on our hands, and we're just raising. We've got our top of our back on the ground and just arched a little bit on our back, and we're just holding that position a little bit. Keeping your breathing even. And back down again. And you can feel your body just relax as you drop down. And now we're going to put it up again. And up we go. And holding it. And as you go down, let the body just relax. We'll do this 2 more times. Just calm, relaxed breathing and pushing up. And holding. And back down again. And As I said before, all of that negative energy, all that release as you just come down, letting go of any bad thoughts, any feelings you may have today. All right. And one more time, we're going up again, and up we go. Holding it there. Awesome. Bringing it back down. One leg down. One leg up. And we're just going to grab it with our knee. And if you can't fully reach, that's okay. We're just holding it and bringing it down like so. We'll do that with the other knee. Hold on. And bringing it back down. And we'll do that again. And back down. So we're not going straight back down like so. We're going back like this, and we're pushing it down and then lowering. So it's a two-part process. We hold, we stretch back out, and we go down. Now, you're going to lift this leg, hold the back of your knee, and just stretching out. And back down. Next one. And back down. Alright. We're going to get back up, but we're going to do it in this way. So we're going to crawl up and push ourselves up using no hands and bringing yourself up and then stretching back down. And you're going to hold this stretch for a bit, just stretching back out that back as you've been laying down a bit. All right. Now we're going to swing our legs behind us, like so. And we're going to get into a crawl position. Now, just going to make sure that I'm still on my mat. It's harder to see in real life where I'm at. Okay. Feet slightly apart, not too far apart. What we're going to do is we're just going to crawl down and stretch our back out. And we call this a downward pose. So our face is on the ground, our arms straight out, and we're bending our back down. And we're just going to hold this for a bit. And we're just going to push down. So you don't have to be on your knees, but you can use just your legs, and you're just pushing and arching your back up. And then we're going to go back down into this pose, pushing our head down into the ground. Head up and crawling forward, pushing our bodies back into this pose. Okay. All right. Now, we're just going to crawl our way up. And we're going to slowly lift ourselves up until we're standing. All right, so facing forward, just need to pull the FOV slide out a little bit so you can actually see. All right, so we're going to Breathe in. And putting our hands down, like so. And again. Breathing in. And bringing it through. Now, we're going to turn our body one leg out and forward. This leg back like this. And we're just going to push forward like so. And feeling all of that energy grounding you to the ground. Holding this pose for a bit. And bringing us back again to the center. Now we're going to do it with the other side. Hands out. And pushing forward. Holding this pose for a bit. And bringing it back in. All right. Just another big stretch up. Hands still holding. And we're going to arch our back as we pull up. And then arch it forward as we bring it down. And crawl in on ourselves. And then back up. And then back down. Right, now you guys should be feeling a little bit more nimble. We're going to move back into this side again. And we are just going to bring ourselves forward until we hit the floor. And then we're going to crawl back out into our lower poses. So we're going to go back onto the floor. All right, so up like this. And bringing ourselves down. Pushing ourselves onto the ground. Bending your knee slightly. And we're just going to hold it here for a moment. You don't have to be straight on the legs. You can bend your legs here. And then we're just going to crawl ourselves out until we can put our feet down like so. And then bringing ourselves back into the downward posing. And we're just going to hold it here again. And then we're going to push ourselves back into this pose again, pushing our back out and raising ourselves up. And then back down again. And then back through again. And this time, as we're crawling up, we're going to put ourselves into a sitting position and go back to the start. So we're going to pull ourselves up and put ourselves into a sitting position again. With yoga, it's not about how many moves you can do, it's about consistency of the moves. We're going to put ourselves back into our feet together like so, and we're just going to push down on our knees again. You should be feeling that there should be no more tension in your body right now. And as we push down, We're going to hold our feet and curl ourselves back in again. And then back to our knees. And now we're going to take both of our hands and we're going to put them behind us. And we're just going to lean back slightly. Just stretching out that chest, stretch it out. You should feel it in your shoulders as well. And scrunching ourselves back in, pulling ourselves back into the feet. If my foot decides to behave. Alright. Now, we're just going to pull our arms up and clasp them up, stretching up. Like so. And then we're going to bring them down. And as we bring ourselves down, we'll bring them past our feet onto the ground. And then back up again, holding our arms still in the same position, locking our fingers together, holding it. And now we're pulling ourselves back down, our feet over our toes. Now we're bringing out, as we bring in, we're going to bring our hands in, we're going to turn them back around, and namaste. Okay. So I'm going to tell you guys water break. Today's class is only going to be about 30 to 40 minutes. So let's have a water break really quick. Get some water in you while I go and have a look at what chat's saying. Okay. So with yoga, it's very gentle on the body. We want to make sure that we're keeping this gentle movement. If you feel like any of these movements are painful to you, do not continue to do that movement. And just maybe do a little bit less movement. This shouldn't be painful at all. It should just be simple. It's like stretching. So we're going to go into a little bit of the last 15 minutes. We're gonna do a little bit more sitting, more than standing, and some more laying down. Just because I want you to get used to the feeling of being close to the ground. We'll be doing next week more up to down. So it's going to be a little bit different. Any questions from audience either? No? Okay. All right. So we're going to do 15 more minutes and then take another water break, have a few chats, and you can go about your day. All right. So we're back into this position. We're going to move ourselves into a side position, but like this. If I can get myself on my thing better. And we're going to bring one leg in. We're going to put one hand back. And we're just going to pull our backs back. Like so. Right now we're pulling our arm back. And we're pulling the leg in the opposite direction. You may have seen this during my stretches. I do use some yoga stretches in my actual stretches for that reason. It's because it's a very gentle stretch on your back and a very gentle stretch on your leg. So just going to hold it. You're pulling this leg towards the other side as well. So it's very much a pulling of your leg. And then we're bringing it down. Now we're going to do the other side. And you should be able to see what I mean on this side. Putting our hand down and pulling it out. So you're pulling this leg in towards the other side. And you're just going to hold it. Alright. Back to a sitting position. Pulling your legs down like so. In front of you and laying back down onto the ground again. And we're going to do a repeat of what we did before, where we have our hands down and we're raising our back slightly. And then we're lowering it again. Now, I'm not sure if you can see it very much on the camera because I'm not wearing my chest tracker, but we are raising our chest up a little bit with our head still planted on the ground. And then back down again. And then back up. And then back down. And just once more. Off we go. And then back down. Now, we're going to go back and do on our back. So using our hands, we're going to pull our knees in like so. That way, if you want to hold them like this, but you're rather off better having them apart. And we are going to push up our back like so. And we're just going to hold it. And then lowering it back down. Letting everything just remove from you. And then back up again. And then back down. And just one more, all the way back up. And then back down. Alright, we're going to roll our hips again. This may be seeming like you're doing the same moves over and over again, but trust me, we want to be learning these main moves first before moving on to anything else. So we're going to roll it again, hands flat to the ground. Back flat to the ground, and just our hips turning and just holding it there. And as you can see, we're just kind of going throughout our body, and the whole movement there is basically just the hip. And then rolling the other way and holding it there. And then rolling them back to the center. And then you're going to use one leg and just do that. Let one leg out. And you should feel it throughout that part where it should be just a little bit loose but still a bit tight. 1 foot up, 1 foot to the side. And then close back that up leg, and then the other one. together. And then bringing one leg up. And up. Now, if you need to hold it, you can. I was just trying not to hold your leg when it's in this position. We're using the gravity to stretch. And then back down. And back into the position it was originally in. And now other one out and up. Feel it all throughout that leg of yours. All the way down. I'm just holding it. Letting gravity just release all of that pent up leg energy, I guess you could say. More so just all those muscles which are strained from maybe walking too much or doing too much. And back down again. Back to its original resting position. And we're going to stretch out our back again. We're going to bring ourselves up again. And pull up. And then back down. And we're going to pedal our feet down. And bring ourselves up. Back to a sitting position. Feet together. And stretch back down. Back, hands behind, and arching your back up, head up to the sky. And then back down. Now, climbing back up. Going to spin our body to the side. I'm going to lay on our side. I just need to tighten my headset. It came loose as we were doing this. And you're going to put one arm out. And it will extend past your one leg in like so. And then onto your back like so. One arm up, one arm to the side, and you're leaning your back out like so from your side position. You should feel your back twist slightly. And then bring yourself back in. And then back out that way. And spinning your back a bit. Alright. Now, left leg straight out. You can use your arm to lean up like this if you so need to. You don't have to be fully level to the ground. It does help a bit if you are, but you can lean like this. I'll do it like this for those who aren't used to it. And like this, and you're going to use this leg, and you're going to pull up to as far as you can. And you shouldn't feel any sort of pain. If you feel any pain around this area, stop and just pull a little bit less. And then push back down. Breathing in as we bring it up. And back down. One more. Up you go. And back down. Alright, I'm going to bring this knee in. And you're just going to pull it in as if you're pulling yourself in, and you're just going to hold. Now it's going to look weird because I don't have my knee trackers on right now, but I guarantee you I am holding my knee, and I'm pulling it into my chest. And then I'm pulling it back out, and just letting all that, you should feel it, it's like blood rushing through your legs. I'm pulling it back in, I'm pulling it back in. and back down. We're going to do the same on the same side with our knee, the other knee. We're just going to pull it in. The reason why I'm doing it this way, usually I would flip sides and do it the other way, but some of you may have your tracker on the side of you, so trying to minimize you having to get up, change your tracker on the other side. So we're just going to hold it and pull it in. And just pulling it in as close as we can, and then letting it out, like so. Now we're going to swing, we're going to put our foot down, we're going to swing one leg out, pull ourselves into a sitting position like so. Legs out. And we want to, again, we're just going to stretch ourselves forward. And then stretch ourselves back to back position, stretching up to the sky. And then back forward. And then back to the back, and up to the sky. And we're going to bring one foot in and the other foot in. And we'll stretch out a bit more. All right. So in terms of stretching out, we're just going to, sorry, one moment. When we look at it, we're going to stretch out forward like so. And we're going to go bring back up and up again. Linking our fingers back. And then we're going to bring forward, flopping our hands back to the other position, just above our feet. And then back up again. And back down. Now we're just going to put both hands down. For some reason, I'm sorry, my face tracking decided it wanted to break. Let's get this fixed. It's just reopening the program. There we go again. All right, we're just going to put our hands down like this, and we're just going to tilt our neck. And just tilting it into the other shoulder. Feel that lovely stretch along your traps. And then the other side. And then forward. And then back. We're just going to repeat that. This side. And then roll to the other side. Roll back forward. And arch out back. Should be feeling really limber right now. Hands out. Just bring back in. Breathing in. And up. And then back down through your body. And back to the prayer pose. And then back up again. And then back down to prayer pose. We're just going to put one arm down. And then we're going to put our hand on this leg. And we're just going to stretch towards this side. So we're stretching towards this side while we're pushing our body towards the other side. And we're stretching out our neck, and you should feel it all the way from your neck down to your back when you stretch like this. And let's do it to the other side. And then back into the knob position. Now, pull forward and over your feet. And then back, and back to rest position. Alright. One more to do, and that is we're going to cross our legs again. And we're just going to lean one direction and push our arm up and above on both sides. So we're going to do one on this side. And then the other side. I'm going to do it once more, swapping back over sides. And then back. And then bringing both hands back into rest pose. All right. I hope you guys are nice and limber now and you guys have had a bit of chill time. That concludes our session for our first hangover helper session. So I want you guys to go grab some water, drink some water. And yeah, just you can stand up, relax, go about your day knowing that, you know, you've washed out all that negativity from last week and all the yuckiness of last week, and we're starting afresh this week. All right. I will see you guys on Tuesday for some dance stuff on Tuesday, some aerobic dancing. And Q will see you tomorrow with his workout routine. See you guys later, guys.
Jack it up.
on my wrist, baby, make a wish. You could sell your Rari, but you can't afford my outfit. Versace on my wrist, baby, make a wish. You could sell your Rari, but you can't afford my outfit. Versace on my wrist, baby, make a wish. You could sell your Rari, but you can't afford my outfit. Versace on my wrist, baby, make a wish. You could sell your Rari, but you can't afford my outfit. Go wish. Go wish. Go wish. Go wish. Versace on my wrist, baby, make a wish. You could sell your Rari, but you can't afford my outfit. Versace on my